Hi guys, how are you? This is Leslie. Welcome to another of my videos. So today we're gonna be testing the KVD Good Apple foundation that you've probably seen all over TikTok, all over YouTube, and basically like everywhere, probably Instagram too, like on Reels or anything like that. So I'm super excited to try it out and see if it's actually as good as everyone says. Here in the package it says it's a skin perfecting foundation balm, and I was also like reading on Sephora and Ulta like the description and everything, and it said it was very hydrating. So I'm a little bit scared of that, but we'll see how this reacts with my skin and how it looks. So I hope that you really like this video, and if you're not subscribed yet, don't forget that you can do so by clicking the button down below and activate the notifications bell button. And let's go and jump into the video. It comes like this, and I ordered it in the shade medium 048, which was actually like super hard to choose the shade. I went to Sephora like in store and they didn't have all the shades, so that was hard to like test them out. And then online, I don't know if you know, but like in Sephora you can tell them what shade you usually wear with other foundations and they kind of like match it, but they gave me like a shade that was like super dark, so I just went with my instincts and got the 048, and I ended up ordering it from Ulta just because they were in stock in Ulta, and it was so hard to find it and to get it. I had to wait like a week and a half to find it, and I would go to like the stores a couple times, but I was finally able to get it on Ulta, and it took like 4 days to get it, I think. And I'm using this kind of brush. This one, it's from BoxyCharm. I got them on one of their boxes, and I've like seen like a couple of TikToks and videos of like girls trying this out, but I'm not really sure how much product we're supposed to apply, so I'm just gonna like grab a little bit. And it is like a creamy consistency. It says it's full coverage, so I'm a little bit scared of that, but hopefully it doesn't feel like too heavy on the face because it's creamy. So let's apply this. I have my mirror right here. Okay, I think the color matches, so that's good. And we're gonna start blending it. Why do I look so white? But it is my shade. Like, this definitely doesn't look like this, does it? I don't know. We'll bring it a little bit down. Maybe it's my ring light. So far it's not looking bad, and I had like a zit here that I tried to get rid of, so it would look looking red, and with this it's completely gone. I'm gonna grab just a tiny bit more. Maybe I can just like try to blend it. No, I'm just gonna grab a tiny bit more just for my forehead. You can see like the division right there. Honestly, it doesn't look too bad. I was a little scared because it's very hydrating, so if you have oily skin, it's definitely not for you. And I was also like listening, well, not listening, but like watching some TikToks, and I could see like some girls that had oily skin that it would start creasing and it would just look like horrible. So I'm like curious if this foundation's good for Florida because it's very humid here. It looks like if I had a filter or something like that, but this is my zit that I like covered pretty well. It doesn't look red at all anymore, and I don't think like it looks like it's creasing or anything. I feel like it does have kind of like a dewy finish. It looks like if I had put on foundation and gone out for a walk, or like being outside for a while and then come back, or like how I look after having a long day of doing stuff. Like that's how my foundation would look like. So I think I'm gonna go with my beauty blender and try to remove a little bit from like this side, which had the most product, and see if this helps a little bit. Usually my foundations like crease here and on the expression lines, but I think this is looking pretty good. Doesn't look too bad. What I do love about this foundation is that it's supposed to be full coverage. So usually full coverage foundations feel like really heavy and feel like you have a lot on your skin. So thankfully for this one, it doesn't feel like heavy. It does feel like I have like I just applied a lot of moisturizer. I don't know if you guys like know that feeling, but that's what I'm feeling on my skin. So I'm just gonna continue with my whole makeup routine. I'm gonna do my eyebrows, I'm gonna contour a little bit, and I also want to test it to see if it's mask proof because I'm obviously gonna be using it to go out, so I want to see if it transferred to a face mask. But for my eyebrows, I'm using the Rare Beauty eyebrow pencil. Now I'm gonna do some contouring with the NYX Wonder Stick. And finally some blush, and I'm loving, like, I'm so in love with this Rare Beauty blush. This is a tint. It just looks like so natural, and this is on the shade Joy. So after applying all of these products, I don't think like my face looks like too heavy, and again it's like a creamy consistency, so it's very easy to blend. You can blend it, I'm pretty sure you can blend it with your makeup sponge too, like from the beginning, just apply it with that. But I just like to try it with the brush since that's how I've seen like everyone doing it, and it did it pretty good. I don't think like that brush that I use is the best one, but it is what it is. It kind of like worked. I don't, like I said, it does look like kind of dewy, but that's because like I have a combination type skin. But again, if you have oily skin, this is probably not for you. It's gonna crease, it's gonna look like too much for your skin because it's very, very hydrating. I can feel it, and I think like here it does look like a little bit weird, like it lives on my forehead. But we're gonna set it with some setting spray and then try it with a face mask and see if it transfers. I always like using the Morphe setting spray because I love the mist that it has. So we're gonna be applying this and let it dry a little bit before we test it with a face mask. Okay, so I have like this mask. I don't have the paper ones with me right now, so we'll try it with this one that also has like this filter right here which could transfer. I'm doing like some movements and like talking to see if like also like moving and everything will transfer it to the face mask, and maybe like tap it as well and take it off. And honestly, I don't see anything at all. Usually with other foundations I would see it like right away, so that's pretty interesting. It's pretty good. But now a couple more hours have passed and I can see it getting like a little oily. I don't know, I would say like my final thoughts, it's like I would give it probably like an 8 out of 10. It isn't like the best foundation that I've seen, but it isn't too bad. Like I had seen like some like best comments about it and like the worst comments about it. I would just give it an 8 out of 10 just because maybe it's not the type foundation for my combination type skin, but it's not too bad. Definitely if you're going for more of a dewy look, this would be good for you, and it is like full coverage, so it will cover like any dark spots or like zits that you have. Not that that is good to cover zits, but it will. But yeah, if you guys want to try it out, I would totally recommend you to go and do it. Like I said at the beginning, the shades are kind of like iffy. Like I had to go a couple of times to Sephora and Ulta to check out the shades, even though they didn't have like all of the variations. So I kind of like just went with what I could do. That is it for this video. I hope that you guys really like it. Let me know in the comments down below if you guys have tried this foundation and what your thoughts are about it, or if you really want to try it. This foundation retails for $38, so it's not like too bad, but it is kind of expensive compared to other foundations that I have bought, and I have like 6 type of foundations I think. Yeah, I hope that you guys like this video, and if you're not subscribed yet, don't forget that you can do so by clicking on the button down below, and I hope to see you all more in my next videos. Bye guys.